We're sitting here watching a gobbler by himself. Watch that joker cross the road. Now he's in this big plowed field. Just feeding. Trying to keep my eyes on him. That crazy son of a gun fed out in this field, and this, I mean, the wind's blowing like 40 miles an hour. It's sweeping up like dust storms, and they would just like wrap him up, and then it'd clear out, and there he would be. He'd still be there feeding. But that joker fed until it's to about 15 till 8, and then went back in the hedgerow, went back across the road, back to where he started. I don't understand why he crossed the road to feed in a dirt field when he had a dirt field on the other side. Weird turkey. But he went in the woods with about 15 minutes to spare, so he should be somewhere close in the morning. Let's hope his wind dies down. Oh, good morning. We are back at it. I'm gonna slip in here and try to come in. I'm gonna come in for most of this turkey from above today. We tried coming in from below them yesterday, and it worked, but it was pretty rough. We're just taking a stab at where this bad boy's roosted. We did watch him walk into the woods about 20 minutes before fly up, so it should be close. Windy as ever, but it's not raining. It's not supposed to rain today. It is supposed to be windy, so. We're on our way in here. Breeze doesn't seem so bad at the moment, but all that rain we got last night, everything is soaking wet. We've slipped right in here to where I think he should be. Got in here pretty clean from what I can tell. So all we need to happen now is for him to do his part. Just heard him gobble. I guess that's him. He's straight down below us, but a good ways. Like, that joker must have roosted like right on the road. But you can hear the highway. He sounded further than that, but I know he's not, because it ain't nothing but huge field on the other side. So he must be roosted like right on the edge of that field. He's gobbled 2 times. Right here is where he was roosted yesterday morning. I can tell why he roosted here. I mean, this is about the best timber you're gonna find in this place. But he's not roosted here today. The wind they forecasted showed up. I'm trying to figure out if I want to make a loop through the back over there to those ridges and stuff. I don't know, with this weather, you see the mist is blowing through the air and the wind's starting to kick it pretty good. I don't know if I just need to drop back down to the truck and play the ground game, the field game. Alright guys, I know you hadn't heard much from me today because the wind didn't do nothing to make it worse. So, you're going to have to do absolutely nothing but booger turkeys if you stayed in the woods with them. Unless you just sat there, and I just couldn't do that. So what I did was I hit the road and hit it moving. And when I did that, I found turkeys out in fields a little bit everywhere. Well, I started knocking on a few doors, and I got permission on this piece and one other piece. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to slip around to this back field this guy's got. There are some hens out in the front field. This morning those hens had gobblers with them. So I'm going to slip down through there and see if I can put my eyes on this back field and see what we got in store. See if we can't find one of them. I just laid my eyes on them again. They're all the way at the top edge of this field. gap where the hens did. All I'm gonna do is just keep tabs on them, stay behind them. Gobbler just went right through this little gap right here. It opens back up into the field that goes in behind this guy's house, where I saw the gobblers earlier today. We're just gonna take it step by step and see what happens. That's the two longbeards. They made it through this gap to the right and they walked all the way over to that green grass. Got one roosted, but I'm unfamiliar with this terrain and I don't know how to approach him. Got a big field in the bottom I saw him in today. Smaller field up top. There's fresh gobbler tracks in it, and the landowner told me that's where he sees them a lot too. He's between the two. The woods right here look pretty good. Morning, everybody. We're on our way in. Gonna try to slip up under that turkey we roosted last night. Got him, got his route to get in there pretty well nailed down, so hopefully with the cover of darkness we'll get nice and close and we'll be able to figure this old boy out right at daylight. The sky's getting bright over there. That should have a solid hour and a half to sunrise. Well, I'm hustling in. As you can see, the sky to the east is brightening pretty quick. I guess because I haven't seen many clear days since I've been here. It's getting daylight a lot earlier than it has been. And I need to cover a darkness to get where I want to be. And I've about run out of that, it looks like. I'm hoping once I get in the woods here, it darkens back up. up toward the field. Well, that sapsucker pitched down right beside me. But he was right behind a clump of green stuff, and I couldn't yelp to him, and he walked away from it. Now he's out here in the middle of that field that I walked across to get in here, just strutting and acting a fool. Making a big loop because he was in that field, but he was off the back side of the ridge that runs the center of that field. So I tried to make a loop and just get right on the other side of that crest from him. The only thing is, I can't hear him gobble well since I've put that crest between us. So I can't keep tabs on him. There's a bird in there in the bottom, just ripping it up. Gotta get up to that field edge. East of that crest and see if we can't get a shot at it. Perfect example of waiting too late to make your move. By the time I got there, he gobbled, and then, I don't know, right as I was making my move up, he quit gobbling. But I was like, he did not see me, I know. There's two deer standing there. I don't know if they pushed him or what. He went out of the back corner of the field. Gobbling, not gobbling as well, but gobbling. Well, it's official. I found the most ridiculous turkey in the country. Sat down dang near under him, man. I mean, had him land 30 yards off the roost. He had two hens within 15 yards of the limb he was on. And flew down and walked straight freaking away from him and to Jake. Walked in the middle of that field, wouldn't crest that hill. I waited too late to crest the hill and kill him, and he has walked slam across. That county road. I don't know what else to say about that. I just walked through a motherload of morels back there. So my truck is just right there. Fixing to pick those, take this jacket off, drop it off at the truck, and there was a turkey gobbling down in the valley down there. I'm fixing to go try to find him. I've dropped down into the valley where that other turkey was gobbling in the big field that you can see from the road. I can see it in the distance right here. We're gonna slip up to the edge of it. There's a hen out here. I got a feeling Big Boy has to be close. Well, there's two hens out there, and I yelped at them. The turkey gobbled somewhere. The two hens are on their way. I don't know where the gobbler's at. He's way down to the right somewhere. Two hens are coming straight here. Where's he at? It was two jakes, not two hens. Big Boy's over there on the opposite hillside, and he does have a hen. But he is gobbling at everything I do. He's facing me. He's actually dropping down the hill a little bit, but he's got that hen. And God, he's over, I don't know, 300 yards more. Way over. And he's wanting more company. But is he prepared to move zip codes to get it? Alright, here's another one of those situations where I've got to make a decision. Let's see if I can make one as wrong as the one I made earlier today. He's acting very interested. As a matter of fact, he's done nothing but strut. And he's come down the hill, you know, from the minute I saw him, he's come down the hill 40 yards. The hen that he's with is paying him no attention. She's been 60, 70 yards from him since I've been watching. Do I be patient and think that possibly that hen's going to leave him to go into the woods here shortly? And his attitude will have him walking over here? Or do I make a break, back all the way up, get on his side of the field, and try to sneak down there? He's not in shotgun range of the field edge. As soon as I do that and get over there, she'll leave him and he'll make a break and end up standing right here where I'm at. Decisions. To sit here is going to require patience, and I'm not good at that. Alright, I think I've made my decision. Y'all can probably guess what that is. I think the old gobbler over there's got the... He likes what he hears, but it's that motto, whatever it is. Hand in the hand. Hand in the hand, you can still smell the bush or whatever it is. Let's make a move on him. Making my way around these damn deer. They just kind of not really bust out. Kind of walk out in the middle of the field, right down from the deer. Now they're just standing there staring at me, stomping and causing a damn ruckus. Go on. Just go on. Of course, I get all the way over here, and he's nowhere to be found. There's a little dip that goes back in there. It looks like a little bit. Maybe they're in it, or maybe they went over. Crap. How could we still be standing out here like he has been all freaking morning? He's probably over there about where I called earlier. I just don't know if I'm hearing him now. The wind's kicking it. Okay, I just slipped into this little nook, and I literally was putting my hand to my mouth to call. But I kept thinking I heard a turkey drumming. I just caught his tail fan. He's right on my edge of the field. I should be able to kill him. Got plenty of cover. Should be able to kill him if I can just ease down there. I don't know where his hen is, though. That could be a problem. I'm going to go ahead and go in case they start moving. We got close, boys. That was close. God. Don't go through the fence, dang it. Lord. Well, I don't know what of that we got. I was going to almost try to set up. He was on the field edge, right there, when I saw him from right over there. Like I went back maybe 30 yards maybe. And I was fixing to call. This field has a nook in it. You can tell this is a nook that goes back in here. We were way over there earlier, and I was looking at them and I couldn't figure out where they had gone. And when I was standing around the bend here, the only thing I couldn't see is this nook. I thought, man, they may have had to go back in there. I can't see them leaving the field. I figured they're trying to get back in here and find some shade since the sun was so bright. So I eased around here just inch by inch. And this stuff, you can see it's about waist high stuff. That's the way all of this stuff out here is, everywhere I've been. And I looked up, I'd put my hands to my mouth to call, because I was convinced they must be over that rise right there. You can see where it rolls over. I was thinking he may be over there. Before I go to walking through this nook here, I want to call though, see if he'll gobble over there and confirm it. Put my hands to my mouth, and I just kept thinking through the wind that I kept hearing drumming, but I couldn't see anything. I thought I could see everything. About that time, I just looked right at the field edge and I saw something dark. I thought, that's a turkey. Well, it was a turkey, all right. It was the back of his fan, and he was probably 50 yards maybe. And so I just crawled up from right there up under that tree that's over. That's where I was at when I saw him. I just crawled through here, and he was right there when I saw him, but he's gobbled 2 times at a crow on the way in, and he had moved up a little bit. So I came to this big old stump right here. Thought I'll come up right beside that big old stump. So I got right here, and his drumming was deafening. I thought, gosh, he's close. But his drumming was up to the left. I thought, man, has he come in the woods? That joker had come in the freaking woods right here with me. I came right here, and I kind of came up real slow to my knees. When I did, I saw his fan through all this greenery, and I knew I just had to come up, because if he got any higher, you could tell he's gonna get behind all this and nobody's gonna be able to shoot. So I just stood up, and I'm standing here. That freaking tree right there, I just saw the edge of it, the right side of his fan out from around it. I mean, that's maybe 10. I don't even know if my rangefinder goes that low. Let's see here. .9 yards to that tree, and his fan came out from around the edge of it. And so I'm just standing here with my gun on point to the left side of that tree, and he drummed 2 more times. I could just see the right edge of his fan, and he stepped out on the left side of it right there at 10 at the most. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right here's where he was standing. There's his feathers, and he flopped to right here. Had the barrel camera running, I do believe. That ought to be nice and close on that barrel camera. And I had this thing running, but it's low on battery. I kept my vest on, hoping that it would stay on, and y'all could see kind of how I went about crawling up and getting in position to him. It's a pain in the butt. I really like dropping my vest, but I thought it might be cool to see. And he is another stud, a triple beard, believe it or not. For y'all that like that kind of stuff, look at there. He's got 3 of them. And this one's a paintbrush. I mean, that joker's gotta be over 11 inches long. And he broke one of his spurs flipping down. He's got a long, this spur here is probably 1.25 inches. You can see he busted it. Them feathers are worn off, boy. He's been strutting. He ain't come out of strut since I've laid eyes on him today, and boy, he had a gobble on him. My goodness, he had a gobble on him. But I knew this place was going to produce some turkeys if I just stayed with it. That one this morning, after the way he treated me, makes you want to quit. Throw your vest down, kick something. Can't do that though. I knew I heard this turkey down here gobbling this morning, and if I just got down here and got into his zone, that I could find him, probably do something with him. We did. Man, what a day. What a piece of dirt. And we heard 3 turkeys this morning. I know we heard 3. May have been another one thrown in there somewhere, but I don't think so. I think it was just 3. This boy, and obviously the one that we were under at daylight, who's still running around somehow. Yesterday, y'all probably remember the wind was so bad, and it started early. Almost never broke daylight. It was all dreary. It's a nasty day. I decided to look at a couple other pieces of ground that I had pinned before coming here. That I hadn't gotten to yet because I'd gotten into turkeys at the first spot. So as I came over here and checked it out, there was turkeys strutting around that piece of ground. And then in the process of going from point A to point B, I passed a field that had some gobblers in it. So I just swung through there and knocked on the door, and he wasn't home at that point. But then I came back after 5, figuring that he was at work, and sure enough, caught him at about 5:30, and I asked him if he minded if I turkey hunted for a few days. Said he didn't have anybody hunting this year, so go ahead, have at it. With a smile on my face, because I saw 3 longbeards in this cornfield when I passed it. Came in here yesterday evening, and roosted that one. That jugger gobbled at 4:40 this morning in the dark, and then flew down in the dark and ran away from his hens, straight away from the 2 hens, pitched all the way down to that bottom field that we killed him out of. It was pretty interesting the way that all shook out. Unreal. Hunting these things, there's a million different ways it can all go down, I guess. That was a pretty unique one. I can't say that I've ever, maybe I have. But standing upright, and having a gobbler at 10 yards and not being able to shoot him, and having him there and him not knowing you're there. That's pretty incredible.